so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my goal yard. And I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. 22-yard line. Hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And the Jets first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. 46-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's got this down to the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Run for Pollard, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Touchdown run, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Tua. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking outside, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Now 3rd down and long. That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Oh, able to avoid him. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, New York.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa rolling to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this to Eckler. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the Jets' 27-yard line.
That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy.
27 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And down he goes taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That good for 22 and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos will extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here we go on 4th down with Tua. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Tua. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to... And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
And the Jets first down.
Tua now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Tua to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Tua now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Tua, a final shot before half. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now a handoff looking right. He finds an opening past the 40. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge.
Not much there, only a yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Second and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Could you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
2-yard gain on the play.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So that is 2 pick 6s he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick 6s, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to float this one deep right side.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 28-yard line.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, the 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were blitz coming, and down he goes. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, we might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Complete to
23 yards on the play.
23 yards.
From the gun, it's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Scott. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. NFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. All I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
Oh, now he bowls him over. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They trying to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now Eckler, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Broncos are going to get the football.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Flushed out right.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That time he was looking for Jerry Judy.
And that'll make it 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Jets, 31.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they in charge?
They need to, and right now they're winning.
And what a fine line it is about what they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. An effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there, that means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideout. No, bottled up, fumble. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And that'll set them back 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
25 yards that time. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28.
It wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Grady Jarrett, his second sack of the night.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
The 2-yard line.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they open the lead up now to 25. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Tua. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 2. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
The Broncos going to continue on as we say so long, everybody, and thanks for watching.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.